Welcome back to another episode of Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. As always, it's me, the Smithy D. A big shout out to Darth Mihai for posting and trimming down the version of the interview that I'm going to play in this video. And the interview is about Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. It's going to have Jesse and Mario in it, and we learned some great things, and then we're going to speculate towards the end of the video. So I'm going to go ahead and play the audio from Star Wars Celebration.
Galaxy of Heroes is one of the most popular Star Wars mobile games out there right now, and here to talk more about what they've brought to Star Wars Celebration is Jesse Anderson, the community manager from Galaxy of Heroes, and Mario DeGoria, the producer. Galaxy of Heroes caused me to buy a battery case for my phone, so thank you / how dare you. What are the biggest changes that you guys have made to the game since it launched in 2015?
Oh, there's been so much that we've been able to add to it. It's been really exciting. Most recently, right at sort of our 1-year anniversary, we had the ships feature come into play. So people could collect the iconic ships from the movies and from all over the IP, and be able to crew them with characters that they had in their collection already. And that's one of the biggest changes that we've made.
Yeah, so what do you guys have sort of planned now? Are you making any announcements here at Celebration? Anything coming soon?
Yeah, we're teasing a little bit.
Okay.
We're being a little bit coy here, but soon there will be details. But we are planning in May and June to release 2 new characters that I can very comfortably say are fan favorites, and one of them will have an ability that the likes of which has not been seen in the game yet. And looking a little further into the future, we're going to be working on a new game mode. Not a new raid or a new event, like an actually new game mode, which will allow players to utilize their entire collection of characters and ships. So,
I like that.
Really exciting.
I like that.
There's going to be some social aspect to it as well. I've seen the mock-ups. It's looking great. I love the idea, and I can't wait for it to show up.
That's amazing. One of my favorite things that you guys did last year was you released the Rogue One content pack.
Oh, yeah.
So good. It was so amazing to see those characters in the game. So we had a panel this morning. I don't know if you saw it. For a movie that's coming out soon. The Last Jedi? Last Jedi? I don't know if you saw. So just as, like, I don't know, people who love constantly adding new content to a game, you got a Last Jedi in there? The Last Jedi's in there?
Well, if you look back in our history, we released right before The Force Awakens, and we had a bunch of The Force Awakens characters in there. Rogue One came out, and we've had Rogue One characters. Rebel season launched, and we've put in a lot of our Rebels characters as well. So I think it's a good bet that Episode 8, when we run up to it, we're going to see some of that content in our game as well.
Excellent. And finally, I just wanted to know, are there any characters from the books or the comics, anybody maybe that you're like, oh, they'd be so good? Fantasy Flight gets to design characters? Do we get to design characters?
Most definitely have been involved with reading all of the books and the comics. I mean, we've heard from the community as well. I mean, I think Jesse, and I'll pass it to you as well, but everything's on the table.
Yeah, I mean, we added Rebels, Rogue One characters. We added Darth Nihilus to the game, if anybody likes Darth Nihilus, so...
Anybody? Yeah.
So, I mean, possibilities are pretty much endless. Yeah,
the way that we've created this game and framed it, and with a lot of really good help and guidance from Lucasfilm, it's wide open for what we can do with Galaxy of Heroes, and we've been very lucky to have had the success that we've had, and it's so exciting how excited people get about it. So yeah, I mean, it's a playground for us.
Well, I appreciate that optimistic answer that did not violate any NDAs you may be under at the moment.
So I'm very careful.
What an exciting interview. So firstly, what we can take away from that interview, that we're going to be having 2 new characters for May and June. So when we discuss May and June, you do have May the 4th, and in June you do have EA Access. Just purely speculation, but they may be released on these dates or around these dates when these events take place. In the interview, Mario stated he can comfortably say the 2 new characters they are adding are fan favourites. Before General Kenobi was announced, I did a top 10 fan favourites video, and the 2 missing characters from that video was Jedi Luke and R2-D2. So does that mean that we may possibly be seeing R2-D2 and Jedi Luke? For the most current game update, there was a cryptic message left at the end. It says, "What's ahead? Beep, beep, boop, beep. Could this be R2? Mario also said one of these characters will have an ability that we have not seen yet. This is so exciting. I cannot wait to find out more details on this. The biggest drop of information that we got from this interview, that in the future there is going to be a brand new game mode that is not an event, nor is it a raid. This brand new game mode is going to allow players to use their entire collection of characters and starships, and it's also going to contain some social aspect to it. So what is the definition of social aspect? The relationships people develop and their interactions with others in society. So the first one that does come into my mind would be guild versus guild, but I don't know where that falls into a new game mode. This could easily be down as an event or even a raid. So in my opinion, I would class game modes as guilds as one game mode, then you've got the main arena, then you've got Galactic War, and then you've got Fleet. I would class all of them as game mode, so I don't know if Guild v Guild falls into the category of being a game mode. Guild v Guild would definitely have a social aspect to it. Again, it's hard for me to see that Guild versus Guild would be a new game mode. Instead, I would probably believe it more to be an event. So that brings us to player versus player. That definitely fits into the category of a new game mode. So if it was player versus player, how can we apply that social aspect to it? Well, it's quite simple really. It could be live player v player. So if you are wondering what live PvP is, this is where two players are going to be going into a battle against each other and controlling their characters. And I could imagine it's going to be kind of like a turn-based combat system, kind of like a chess match. And this could be a place where you could battle your allies, your guildmates, and battle whoever you wanted around the world. You would then do some matchmaking and find your opponent, and that definitely brings that social aspect to it. In my opinion, I would believe that this game mode would need to come first, and this mechanic would need to be added to the game before we do Guild v Guild. So in my honest and professional opinion, I'm going to go with that it's going to be a player versus player game mode. Adding a game mode like this is really going to be pushing this game to that next elite level. And with it being a separate game mode, it may not have any repercussions on the current game modes in-game. So what is your thoughts on this? Are you excited as much as I am? Let me know in the comments below. If you've enjoyed this video, then please make sure that you are giving it the thumbs up and subscribing to my channel. If you want to see some detailed guides on how to mod your characters, make sure that you are checking out gaming-fans.com. I want to say a big massive thank you to you guys for watching my videos, and a big massive thank you to all the support that I've been getting through Patreon. Thank you again guys, I love you all. And on that note, thank you very much for watching. I'm the Smithy D, may the force be with you, always.